Seems like everyone and their dog has some sort of mental illness nowadays. To address this, more people have been seeking therapy and specialists to resolve their mental issues. Now, while I completely support seeking professionals' help if needed, I also believe that for most people, therapy should never be the first place to go. It should be like a last resort kind of thing, because we have so many other tools to combat our issues that are quicker and thousands of dollars cheaper than therapy. Now, the mental health crisis we're experiencing is due to a variety of reasons. One is the rise in people opening up and sharing their trauma, which previous generations would hide their whole lives. Another big factor is self-inflicted issues. Now, most of these problems we face stem from isolation, social media, or a lack of community. Now, these self-inflicted issues can be reversed if we do the right things to combat them. Here's the issue. Most people understand this, but still seek therapy, knowing full well why they are in that mental rut. Now, therapy is not so different from a personal trainer. Now, we know what we need to do to improve our body at the gym. We have videos, we have books, friends telling us what to do and how to do it, but we still need that extra push leading us to a PT. Now, personal trainers are fantastic, but I highly recommend trying to reach your destination without one, because I can guarantee that once you stop training with a PT, you will train less, you'll gain back that weight, or even worse, you'll give up on the gym entirely because you became too dependent on the trainer for help. Therapists are the same. They can be extremely helpful in identifying and fixing our problems, but unfortunately for most of us, we become over-reliant on them and end up visiting a therapist for months or even years. If you can't resolve your mental issue in less than 5 sessions, what makes you think you can fix it in 10, 15, 20, or 25 sessions? The effectiveness of the therapists will plateau and you'll end up with an empty bank account. So how can we resolve our mental issues? Well, we can use something called self-awareness to fix them. Now, I'm not saying that people have low self-awareness. Quite the opposite. I believe that most people actually have really good self-awareness, because if you know why you need to go to therapy, then you most likely already know the problem. Now, this same high self-awareness is exactly what we need to combat our issues. We can use this to our advantage to resolve our issues. What we need to do is listen to our thoughts and self-talk and ask a super simple question. Why? Many people nowadays have low self-esteem or some form of negative self-talk, which is the leading cause of many mental issues in the 21st century. The way we can combat this is by confronting our self-talk and identifying why we have negative self-talk in the first place. I learned this technique from a super popular psychiatrist and YouTuber, Healthy Gamer GG, or Dr. K, in one of his videos where he was talking about improving our approach to dating. He explained that most people struggle to find a partner not because of how they look, which is where most people think they go wrong, but it's actually due to a lack of confidence. For this example, he used dating, but I believe you can use this in all situations. Whenever you're experiencing some form of negative self-talk or confronting thoughts, ask why at least 5 times. That's usually enough to get to the underlying cause of the self-talk, because the self-talk is simply a symptom of a larger problem. Use 5 to 6 whys to chip away at the problem until you uncover the hidden root of all of your problems. Another area I go to instead of therapy is philosophy, okay? Nearly everyone will develop some sort of mental illness at some point in their lives. The difference is how people deal with it. Now, Marcus Aurelius was the emperor of Rome from 161 to 180 AD. Now, during his rule, he faced coups, wars, civil disputes, court hearings, and dealt with dozens of issues daily. And this would almost certainly be extremely stressful for Marcus and most likely lead to some form of mental illness, but he never let it affect him. He reflected and had great self-awareness, journaling his thoughts and self-talk throughout the day, allowing him to combat the mental issues he faced so that he could continue to rule Rome with confidence, with humility, and virtue. Without self-awareness, Marcus would most likely have succumbed to the stress and given up, resulting in Rome collapsing. Most people are not the emperors of the most powerful country on the planet at the time, but many people forget that Marcus was just a person like you or me. So we can actually learn quite a lot from him. His journal was never supposed to be read by the public, but fortunately for us, historians discovered his journals and they have since been published into a book called Meditations by Marcus Aurelius, which I would highly recommend everyone to read. Like Marcus, we must not give up and let the disease infect our minds. Instead, confront it with self-awareness, journaling, and meditation so we can be strong for the people who rely on us the most in our day-to-day lives. If you have tried all of this and still cannot resolve the issues in your mind, then I would recommend therapy. It should never be the first solution to your problems because we never want to be too reliant on other people for our solace, as everything we need is right here. If you have tried journaling, meditation, self-reflection, and asking the 5 whys to no avail, then seek therapy. But please, never seek therapy first, as you are more than capable of great things, one of which is resolving the negative thoughts in your mind. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you would like to see more videos like this, make sure to like and subscribe, and in the comments let me know what my next video should be about. I'll see all of you guys in the next video. Take care.